Welcome to It Ain't Giving, featuring your hosts, Noella Fierce and
Shomonyela Kwa.
Period. So I'll start out with what's not giving for me. What ain't giving for me is work. Ooh, work been beating my ass lately. It's kind of crazy how much I work. Like I said in previous episodes, I work at a nighttime shift and I work a daytime shift 4 days a week. But this week in particular, it's been real. It's either been raining or it's been real humid, and just overall, the stops that I got to deliver to, just not giving, girl. Because I'm out in the boonies, and while yes, I know the route very well, at this point, it's just like, oh, all these, all these fucking Trump supporters,
Do
girl.
they
It's
do they be
just
having like the long driveways that you gotta go down?
absolutely,
Ooh.
absolutely. But if my employer watches this, I don't do this. This is, I, might have potentially done this, maybe. We're not supposed to drive up the driveways, but allegedly, Noella does drive up every single long driveway
Wait,
because
wait,
who's
okay.
walking up those mile-long driveways? It's not me. It's not me. I will be driving up them, and if they have a problem, they can just have a problem.
Wait,
No shade.
wait.
What's wrong, mother?
You have to walk the driveway?
That's what our contract says. Yeah, it's real. Mm-mm. I'm not doing it. You would
Girl,
never catch me walking up a quarter-mile long driveway. No,
that's
not with the.
crazy.
I don't know what they were. I don't know what they was cooking up with that, but that's just not. I'm just never gonna do that. And I've allegedly never been caught yet, so
Oh,
period. That's if I were doing that. But I'm
allegedly.
obviously not. I'm obviously not.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
I'm a good Christian woman. I follow all the rules. Yeah.
So work isn't giving for you. For me, I would
Shh.
say what ain't giving is the current political climate. And
Ooh, clock that tea.
I know we said we're not a political podcast, but I want this to be a hot topics podcast, and it just so happened that Trump just got toe up. And
He, his ear got tore up, child, at one of his rallies out in
like
Pennsylvania.
my initial reaction was, oh, that's fake.
I
Just
had, yeah, mine
just
was the
off
same.
rip. Just off rip. I was like, oh, that's fake. That's not real. Like, and they're like, no, like he got shot. And I was like, and then like I saw like the picture of him like holding like his fist, and I was like, wait, this just looks so like it just looks so.
It
I'm
looks
so sorry.
very, very doctored. I fear.
It's so beyond me how extra and like staged that moment felt. I don't know. Not to say like he did it himself, but like
Maybe
it
his
just
party set it up and like behind his back or something. Because they wanted to secure the fucking office so that they can pursue Project 2025. And I ain't gonna get into all that, but if y'all don't know
I
what
don't know
Project 2025 is, y'all need to do your fucking research because if that shit happens, I'm leaving the country. I'm out of this bitch, and that's period. I will not be staying here for a Project 2025, I fear.
is it bad that I don't know what that is?
Kind of, but there's still time to educate. That's why I wanted to inform the people.
Well, you
You
said
know,
I should look it up. Girl, you gonna tell me?
no, you need to do your own research. You gotta do your own research. Not my nails looking busted as hell, but I advise everyone to do their own political research. Deep dive, if you will, and no shade. Both options are very, very, very terrible. But one of them is threatening to take all my rights away, where the other is not. So
Yes. Um,
I don't want the old nigga in office either, but the other old nigga literally wants to take all my fucking shit away from me.
yes.
They want to take all my hormones away. They want to make sure that no person that has a uterus can get an abortion.
That
Like, and I just I can't have that.
the the idea of the American dream is like the the I forgot how it was fucking phrased, but like just like everyone's like freedom of speech, freedom of religion, do what you want as long as it doesn't infringe on others' happiness. And then here it is, we are infringing on other people's happiness by being like, you're not allowed to do that. Like if you
Literally,
are dressing, like if you're wearing articles of clothing that aren't assigned to the sex that you were assigned at birth in some states like Tennessee or whatever the fuck, your ass can go to jail in
which is
2024.
ridiculous
In 2024.
because it's actually crazy because it's all ridiculous. It's all bullshit because back in the day, men wore fucking dresses.
They wore
What
heels,
men? They wore heels, they wore
they wore
makeup,
wigs,
they
they wore
wore
makeup.
giant fucking wigs, and now all that shit is criminalized and demonized
Yes.
just because, they think, you know, people shouldn't be who they want to be, and that's
When
just
when
fucked up
straight
completely.
people do those things, it's okay. But then
It's applauded.
when
When it's
it's
somebody with a queer identity,
with a queer or the person
they're
of
saying,
color,
actually, we're
like if
gonna
they're
make sure that that's not.
like if they're not white, it's not digestible for them, I've noticed.
Literally, it's
And
ridiculous.
yeah, it's just I don't know.
Yeah. It's getting real scary out there, y'all. Make sure you register to vote.
Black is
Use your fucking voice to vote this
corrupted.
November. I swear to God.
I know some girls that are
Woo!
like, I'm not gonna vote. I'm like, oh,
Like, I don't want to
okay.
vote. Like, I'm looking at you sideways. No shade. Like, I get it. Like, I understand. But, like, there's actually dire fucking consequences for not voting. Like,
Hmm.
whew.
Segway,
History is changing, y'all, but let's move on.
segway,
Whew,
segway, child.
what we
What's
segueing into, Gary. Let's get
um
into the 4th of July weekend because a lot of shit done happened to Miss Shawana, and I'm gonna hear her stories about it. Period.
so 4th of July. So that first started off was me getting ready early as fuck, trying to meet the girls to go to St. Pete.
Hmm.
I'm late. I get there. It takes me 2 hours to find parking because it is packed.
2 hours just for parking is
I drove
crazy.
around for 2 hours because all the places that you could pay to park, good luck.
Mm-mm.
Um, and then once I finally get there and get situated, like we do our whole thing and we're on the beach. I see one dude from Grinder. And he didn't realize it was me, but then the next day he messaged me on Grinder, and I was like, I saw your
Mm-hmm.
name. And he was like, I was fucked up. I was like, yeah, bitch. I know that's right. And then a different
Mm-hmm.
dude, he saw me at the beach and he messaged me too. I was like,
Ooh.
girl, they were chasing. And then was it Friday night? What was Friday night? We went to at some point we ended up going to Ybor on either Friday or Saturday night, and we're out, right? I'm walking down the street and we end up getting pizza, and like there's like a dude, and he's just like cruising hard as fuck. And like clearly he wanted some Tigre. And
Mm-hmm.
I turned to Brandon and Santi, and they're like, I think Brandon was like, "Girl, they are cruising," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I saw him earlier, bitch." Like, so like
Oh my God.
he ends up just like leaving, hopping in his car or whatever, and he like on the back of like the car, you can see like you know how people will put like the little stick figures of like the family tree, and it'll be like the two parents and like the two kids and the dog and shit. It had like
Mm-hmm.
Not him being in his family car with that on the side, and he like pulling around, like staring hard at me at the red light, just like,
Girl.
and I'm just like, I'm just playing with fire. I start twerking in front of him, and
Period.
while I'm eating a pizza, just being stupid as hell.
I love
Um,
that.
we walked to Southern, and I was like, wait a second, that's that's Miles, the NPC, and Brenda was like, no,
Ooh,
it's not, and I was like, no, that's him. Like, bitch, I literally like I'll pull him up right now on my fucking phone. And was like,
literally.
no, go ask her. I was like, period. The fuck I won't. Walk right up. I was like, I started recording on my phone. I was like, I have a question. And he was like on the phone talking to somebody, and like he finished what he was saying, and then he like turned to me and was like, I think he said was like, yeah, like go ahead, or like whatever it was. I said, "Are you Miles the MVC from TikTok?" He was like, "Yeah."
Gag.
I was
He's
like,
like,
"I fucking knew it." I was like,
you
"I
knew it,
know this is
girl.
him." So that happens. We go to Southern Nights. I end up texting this one guy that I don't think I'm gonna talk to anymore. I'll lead into that later, possibly. I don't know if we have time for that, but I'm not sure if I'm talking to him anymore. But left the club to go see said man. Right when I walk out the door, there is a that man that was cruising me at the pizza place, just like
Mm-hmm.
standing at the door, staring at me. I'm just like, oh no. I was like, what?
Hell no, girl.
I was like,
Mm-mm.
what did I just get myself into? So I immediately pull up my phone and start recording because that's always what I do. If I feel uncomfortable, I feel unsafe, the phone is recording. There will be
Yep.
documentation. Um,
Period.
so I'm recording the entire time, and he like literally like is walking. I'm walking fast as fuck because I'm weirded out, and he's matching pace, ghosting me. So I'm just like, here I am walking, and he's just like on me, and I'm just like recording myself talking, just trying to like hype myself up, just like the chasers are out here. We got Miles the NPC. And then he like says something. I don't know what the fuck he says. And I'm like, hola. And then I was like, girl, the chasers
Mm-mm.
are out. There's too much going on. And I turn the camera around and I record him. And I'm like, say hi. And he's just and I run across the street and I said, oh, he's not gonna say hi. Oh, and just take off because I'm just like, he's just cringy. I get across the street and it's still red to go across the other street, and he's just sitting on top of me basically. And he's like pretending like, because I'm watching the video back of like what like I just recorded of him. He's acting like he's like trying to watch it and like gets close and like leans in and literally licks my fucking shoulder, and I was just like, "Ooh, gotta go." I just the light for the crosswalk was still red. I didn't give a fuck. I was walking out in traffic, baby. I was like, "Ooh, you
At
know
that
what they say,
point, you gotta jaywalk.
you
At
know
that
they say,
point,
would you rather be alone with a man or a bear?" I chose the car instead of the man. I'd rather get ran
period.
over. I was like,
Period.
"Oh, gotta go."
Not him licking. That's disgusting. That's foul.
It was right in front of the
Absolutely
police.
foul.
It was right in front of the police, and no shade, I
That
could
nigga
have
should have
popped
gotten
him.
arrested,
I could have popped him. I could have popped him. I could have like made a
and it would
scene.
have been
I was like,
justified.
but I was
Hmm.
like, so like your instincts are either fight or flight. My instinct is always to run. I am black. I gotta go. Like, bitch, like I'm gonna be down the street. Like, I'm so
Hmm.
sorry. Like, I can't. I'm not staying to find out. Like,
Right. It is
um.
just it is essentially safer to just get out of the situation.
Yeah, so
That is.
that happened, unfortunately. And
I'm glad you're safe. I'm so glad you're here. Still,
yes,
and nothing.
yes. The
You
only thing
know.
that that man could utter in English was "eat my ass." And it was after he had already licked me and I was already uncomfortable, and I was like, Mm-mm. Because, bitch, I bet that
No.
shit was swamp and sweaty,
Unwashed,
unwashed.
streaks in the underwear,
Yeah, skid marks, baby.
is giving
Mm-hmm.
skid marks, is giving
It's
he
giving
lets the
skid
water run
marks.
down to clean it. He doesn't actually use soap down there. Ugh.
He
Ain't
ain't got
nobody eating that. Nobody's gonna eat that, baby. Mm-mm.
his wife ain't eating it. Ooh.
Oh, chill. Doing the most, and you got a
Yeah.
family. Ugh, Jesus. These men don't be shit for real. Had
They
a whole
don't.
family sticker on his car
He
and then was
took
out
the family
tranny
car out.
chasing.
He took the family car out.
Like, your wife can't check the car? Interesting.
What was the next subtopic under it? I don't even remember. There was like another
So
subtopic.
after that,
You have it pulled
so
up?
we got. Did you do?
After that
Did you
main
talk
hits.
about Saturday? Did that happen on Saturday?
Did it happen on Saturday? How did I word it? See,
It
I'm so
says
ghetto.
Saturday hung out with Santi and went to Bradley's. Oh yeah, so you talked
That's
about
when
that.
it happened. Ooh.
Oh, and then you your card.
Oh my god. Gag. So right before I went
Yeah.
to Santi's house, I went to get a Red Bull at this rinky-dink gas station. Um, the only reason I'm not remembering any of this, girl, I am high as fuck. Noella knows this, but like everyone listening, y'all don't know me.
Yeah,
I'm blasted on my mind right now. So,
she loves to light it up. Hmm.
anyways, I digress. I went to this rinky-dink gas station before I went to Santi's house, got a Red Bull. That Red Bull was almost $5 fucking, bitch. And it wasn't even the big one.
Fucking inflation, girl. Mm-mm.
Girl, tell me how it did 4 to 5 separate transactions of $5, and it said touch tunes, and then
Mm-mm.
$40 at Applebee's, a hundred
Girl.
$140 on Amazon. They tried to spend another $160 on Fashion Nova. Okay, another $18 on Amazon. I mean, like they were just swiping my card, baby.
Girl.
And I was out at the club having my good time, and then like I wake up the next day and I'm just like, like I'm just like, I'm broke. Like,
Girl.
God, I'm just like,
They
this
done
is like
drained the
shit.
account. Goddamn.
Oh, it's like, God
Real foul
damn.
for that.
I was like,
Mm-mm.
noted. So I was like, immediately blocked the card, went to the bank the next day, disputed them because the line wasn't working. I was like, girl, this is just too much for me. I'm so sorry. I had a great weekend besides those two things happening, and I was just like, oh,
Right.
um, but yeah. What else? What was the next one? Subtopic?
Oh,
Topic?
well, talk about the results of last episode and, some fallout that may or may not have occurred. Um, but that's up to you if you wanted to diverge more info on that. That's your story to tell. That is your past friends.
So, I'll address it just to address it, but just know that this is the last time that I'll ever speak about this person because like they don't take up space in my head. Um
Period. Period. You know they're gonna
anyways,
watch this anyway.
huh?
They're probably gonna watch these episodes anyway.
He's
Because
he's
there's a
weird.
fan.
He's weird like that, so I'm sure he will. But
Yeah,
anyways,
I'm
um,
sure.
what was I gonna say? Shit, I'm too high for this. He's so irrelevant, so irrelevant. I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say.
Sub stories.
Oh, girl. See, because if we're still sub-storying, like we're subtweeting, like we're in fucking high school, like, and it's like I understand you can use this situation and be like, oh, you're subtweeting right now. You're not saying their name, da, 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 da. But like they started it, and it's just Like
But they'll claim that you started it by bringing it up on the podcast. But girl, this has been going on for months. Like,
they needed closure, baby, because I wasn't gonna text you. I'm so sorry.
yeah,
You didn't get the memo 15 messages after me not messaging back that like I don't want to be your fucking friend. So um see, let me not do too much. Let me not.
because
I
you
can
could really
really go
drag if
there
you
if I
wanted
want
to.
to, but I've chosen not to for a very long time. So like, but anyways, what I just want to say is uh there's not nothing else really to say, honestly. I feel like I said what I need to say. They's a flop.
Period.
Anyways, what's the next topic? Ooh,
Oh,
ooh. Not me losing train of thought because of the irrelevancy of it all.
oh,
That's gaggy. That's gaggy.
yeah.
That's true. That's the gag
They hold so little space in your mind at this point
that I
because,
just
as
like.
you mentioned,
I just for.
you
Oh,
released them already.
ooh,
Mm.
release or what was it again? Release what released you or something like that.
Hmm.
Oh, but you already been released. Oh,
4 months.
oh,
Well, moving right along, let's talk about polyamory.
polyamory partner.
Wow. Oh,
Oh wait,
wow. What are your thoughts?
on polyamory.
Yes, absolutely.
Um, very much. I'm all for it for other people, but for me, not too much. Like, and what I mean is, I don't want to be in a relationship where my partner feels like they need somebody else to fulfill something. But if I'm single and I'm just like out living my life and I meet someone that I'm actually genuinely attracted to, and they just so happen to be in a relationship and it's open, they're poly, baby, I might dibble and
I'm here for
dabble.
it.
I'm a dibble and
Yep.
dabble with him. No shade.
I am low key here for the polyamory vibe. I already don't see myself ever being beholden to one man. No shade. I'm too pretty for that. Also, y'all are boring. No shade. No shade. I'm just
It's the
saying,
truth.
I'm
It's the truth.
like, I look this fucking good and I'm gonna be beholden to one man, to one nigga.
That part.
I get it. Like, I understand why people aren't interested in it. But, like, for me, I would definitely be open to it. I'll also be open to monogamy, obviously, but you have
Uh-huh.
to blow
He
my
needs to
fucking
fulfill a
mind.
lot.
You need to, yes, absolutely. You need to check all
You
the boxes. Otherwise, I'm going to let you know, like, I don't know if this is working for me.
like if he
So,
so this is how I feel. If he doesn't check all the boxes, I better be the person that fits the boxes that he doesn't fill. Because I don't want the box left unchecked. No shade.
literally,
So
man.
if we're not perfect opposites or he's not able to do what I need him to do, mm,
Plus, polyamory just like requires a lot of open dialogue and communication between one another. Like, what is considered cheating for y'all? What is considered okay? You have to like set a lot of parameters around the relationship and what relationships you guys can have with other people,
mhm.
knowing that you'll come back and, be able to still, you know, have love for each other and not like resent each other down the road.
Right.
It's a polyamory is a lot of work. Respect to those that are in
Mhm.
polyamorous relationships
And then like
because
I feel like a lot of people when they go into polyamory and might not actually be polyamorous, they're just like trying to save a relationship that's truly in shambles. The only reason I say that is because I speak from experience, but I
yeah.
digress. Um,
Yeah, I don't think it should ever be something that's like a last resort to save,
oh,
because at that point, just go your separate
you're
ways.
looking for your replacement at that point.
Literally.
You're looking
Hmm.
for a replacement for the placeholder that you have currently. Um, And I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's polyamory.
That's it. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say.
Well, that's it for the topics. Is there anything
Whatever.
else we'd like to talk about? It's kind of an uneventful week, other than the 4th of July happening and
That nigga getting shot. Oh,
that dried fucking orange tulip looking ass nigga with the toupee on his head
mm,
getting his ear torn off.
mm.
I won't say what I wish would have happened, but
Oh,
use your imagination.
no, we don't do any of that. No.
Oh, I know. I don't wish bad on nobody. I promise you. I would never, ever. That's not my character. That's not who I am. I don't, I would hate to be perceived as somebody that, wishes bad on other people because that's not who I am, Shawana. Get back on the camera, Shawana. Get back on the camera. Tell these people that I would never. I'm such a kind hearted, loving, open minded, beautiful, cunt.
Ah!
Christian woman.
So stupid.
I, you know,
Can't stand
I
you.
gotta clear my name. I have to clear my name somehow.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know,
I'm trying
it's
to think of
just,
anything else that's been I'm wanting to talk about. I want to get my boobs done.
you're gonna get them done. You're gonna hit the turkey.
I want to get some fucking milkers,
She wants some
bitch.
volume.
Yeah.
Mm, you can't really see mine
You
because I'm too
cannot see mine.
close. Oh, I
Mine.
almost just knocked back my backlighting or my background. That would have been disastrous.
That would have been a good
Oh,
clip. That
it
would have
would
been.
have, but we just got a good clip. Aw.
I feel like we got some. Oh, we got some real good ones. I fear I got. I
That one
fear.
that just happened where I was doing my monologue, that shit was funny as fuck. Idea.
Mhm. I fear I went in like a little hard, but not too hard. You know what I mean?
You could have went in more.
I. Ooh.
No shame.
She said, in my humble opinion, you was very nice. You said
Because
you
how
could
you
have
gonna
said,
follow me? Never mind.
wait, because you can do the
Never
secret for me. You
mind.
can do the secret for me. You can do it for me.
Because how you gonna follow me for just a few days, hear our podcast, go listen so intently, follow along, put the pieces together to figure out that, you are being spoken of, not self-reflect, and then just decide to, block instead of, truly self-reflecting
Well,
and
unfollow.
coming to an understanding. You'd
Unfollow.
rather unfollow and then sub-story my friend, and I just don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of real dirty, down low, gutter butt, I fear.
Yeah. And it's
No
like,
shade.
and it's like,
You can't clock the dolls. I'm so sorry, baby. You
I
just are not going to
felt
be able to clock the dolls.
right. And I felt a certain way about this person because of the way they acted, because I felt like it was negative and always just low vibrational. Just for
Mm-hmm.
them to basically like kind of just show that like I was just like, you need to elevate yourself. And I'm just like was like basically just like unfollow is crazy to me because even with how what I know about him and how I don't want to align myself with him and I don't want to see anything that he does. I don't like somebody, I'm gonna unfollow you, baby. I'm gonna restrict and mute stories and just boom. Like, and if you need to be blocked, there was a very good reason. There was a very
Yeah,
good reason you needed to be blocked. So,
absolutely.
and my block list is long. So don't think because if you get blocked by me that you're special.
Right. Like,
Ooh,
girl,
like ooh,
it don't take much to
I
get
really
blocked, I
stuck it to
fear.
them. They blocked me. No,
It's
girl,
like,
I
oh,
block
I
a lot
really
of
got under
people.
their skin. Girl,
Right. I block a lot of people, girl. Ooh,
Yeah, because a lot of bitches be getting on our nerves. Why do you think the
you
title of
ain't
this
gonna bug me on
podcast
my
is called
phone.
It Ain't Given, bitch? A lot of shit ain't given in this goddamn world, ho. That's, I ate that. I don't know. I ate that up. This is a title
Wait,
that
but
is
we gotta say what is
applicable.
giving. I forgot to say what is giving this week.
You're so right. Let's reel it back in. Let's end the podcast with something a little positive, little positivity, if you will.
Um,
What is, in fact, giving for you, Shawana?
dang, you gonna put me on the spot first.
I sure am.
Ooh, what is
Oh,
giving is me going out and living my best trans life and not giving a fuck and it being perceived, or I said that wrong. It being perceived
yes.
relatively well. And
Period.
that's what is giving for me.
I love that.
Mm,
What's given for me, I was talking to you about this earlier this week. I took some photos of myself that were really gender affirming to me, where I just felt like I looked the best I've ever looked in my entire life. I was really gagged. I gagged show as well. She's like, "Oh, bitch, you look so good." I was like,
I had
"Thank you.
several
I think
months of
so
that.
too." And I was eating up the poses. The dress I was wearing was eating. It was real good. But yeah. Also,
That hair is giving. That hair is giving. Let's talk about the lip. That lip is giving.
the lip is
I'm sorry for the
giving.
people that
The
are
hair is
listening right now.
giving.
I'm sorry to the people that are
You
listening right
you
now.
gotta
We
watch. You
look
gotta see the beauty. I'm so sorry.
we
You
look
gotta see the beauty.
good. We look good this episode. So if you're just listening, be sure to watch the episode because we look really fucking good. No shade.
Yes, video version is available on Spotify and on YouTube. So
Clock it.
if you want to see the beauty, the dolls, the
Oh yeah.
divas, go to
I just
YouTube
felt like
or
we had to put that
Spotify.
just for those
Yes.
audio listeners because I know we do have some people that like to drive in the car and listen.
Yup.
And,
And that's totally valid. We love
right.
y'all just the same.
Period. I know I be getting down on the little podcast car rides too.
And girl, I listen to podcasts all day at work when I'm delivering packages. Period. That shit
Period.
gets me through.
Or
Gets
like
me the fuck through.
you're like cleaning and you have a podcast playing in the background. Clock it.
Oh, period, diva. Well, I
Um,
think this is just gonna be a little shorter
yes,
episode.
yes. We're gonna end it here, y'all. We hope you
Thank you
guys
so much for listening. Yes,
we hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next week on the next episode of It
it
Ain't
ain't
Given.
giving. Ugh. Period.